I apologize for not having this on portrait mode. I'm not new. I mean, I'm new at this kind of thing. And so what I'm going to do is pull up a picture that, instead of you having to look at the program I'm using, because I have to log everything, because I can't tell anyone here with any authority. Huh? So, the only thing that I need to add to this is when I called the police and pulled one of my father's tricks and said I wasn't ever going to call again. It was a test. There was 11 hours later, there were so many people coming up here to get meth. It was unreal. Just wide open, nobody hiding anything. Then I knew, but I also knew there was something funky with the arrest of all the lobies. All of it just added up. Okay? I might not be the smartest person in the world, but come on. Okay? It's just so obvious. And I am totally exhausted. I'm going to do one more after this one about yesterday, because yesterday was a really bad day. Okay, let me pause this and I'll get it going. So this is how I'm spending my evening, playing spades with it totally dead silent. And until I get out of here, that's the way it's got to be. I've got to be on alert 24/7. I'm getting a little taste of what it must have been like to be in the trenches, on the front lines. It's a little taste. I would never compare this to that. But I'm just talking about the having to be aware of your surroundings at all time and listening to everything to make sure somebody's not breaking in. Okay, here we go.
It just came to me while I'm sitting here playing spades with absolutely nothing noise-wise on because I have to listen. I wish everybody understood how much I hate drama. If I could have my way, I would be in the country. I would have a garden. I would do a koi fish pond with a waterfall and different kind of air catchers that I would like to create myself. I would do pottery on a potter's wheel. I want to build statues, canned food, just all kinds of stuff. Just be left alone and not have any kind of drama. And in this day and time, people that are stable that could be around you are few and far between. I don't know why it's like that, it just is. But I wanted to say for the record that this is not fun. I don't enjoy this. And I can tell you this much. The new people that are over there right now, a man, a woman, and 2 kids. Whether they're married, whether they're kids, I don't know. The kids are being used to sell the meth and intimidate me. Okay? The woman took video of my dog and myself yesterday, and I don't know what that was about. I'm not going to worry about it. I carry my camera, and this is open carry, and I have permission to open carry on all 4 properties to the west of me because I have been dubbed like caretaker. and the landlord wants to make sure these people don't mess with his people. Well, he sold one of the houses, and I'm friends with those people, and they don't care either. So I'm going to have to start walking vigilance, and that's the way we're going to.
We're going to have to pause for a minute because the dog's hearing something. If anything ever happens, I'll do my best to get it on camera because that's important. Okay? But us surviving is the most important. So that would be the very last thing that I would do if I had time, because when seconds count, the police are minutes away. And that's even if the police are heroes, like, that's what I thought until I moved here. There are police out there that are heroes. I think the majority of them are. And I think that the police here are just so frustrated because they're not able to do anything to change this. Well, if you would work... Okay, here. There we go. Let me get this started again.
Walk with a pistol, and I can't afford a shoulder holster, so because my dad was military, I know to put the pistol underneath my left arm with the butt out to the front, and it's leaning down, so that way it's not pointing at anybody behind me, and if it accidentally went off, it'd shoot me. Okay, I don't want to hurt anyone. That's for protection only. And it's starting to get more dangerous. I see what's happening. They keep sending different people over. They try to intimidate me. They end up getting scared of me because I wasn't raised in a way to be a victim. Okay? And because of my beliefs, I'm not afraid to die. I'm just not. So, I was hired to do a job which was security for my landlord's properties, which I've been doing the best of my ability. I've been trying to get these meth dealers out for over 2 years now. Every time their pattern would change or they would do something different, I would call and report it to let the police know. The police could have stopped this day one when it started because they were doing it like a Sonic drive-in. You drive up, they come out the house, they go to the street, they do the deal, and then the next car that's parked about a half a block down comes up. And then there's another car spaced behind that one and behind that one. I have witnesses to this. That was the first night. So I call the police. I tell them what's happening. I tell them if they get a policeman over here just to watch, they'll be able to shut it down because it's so obvious. Nothing. Every time I call, nothing. So my neighbor that doesn't want this either pitched a fit. That weekend they go bust there's a really rundown hotel that's was made like Lucille Ball era with it's a rock motel that's been turned into an apartment, and it's a known meth place apartment thing you can live in. Well, that happens to be a half a block from here. Okay? So because we were both throwing such a fit, and it wasn't just me anymore, they went and busted all the Lobies. So my landlord calls me and goes, Melody, they just busted a bunch of people on the corner. I said, so? And he goes, what do you mean? That's great. I said, no, it's not. And he's like, why? I said, they go bust the Lobies and the source is still next door. That's when I knew something funky was going on. They went and busted them to appease us, like we're doing our job. And I'm not blaming the police, okay? This is bigger than the police. And their hands are tied. Now, there's a couple of them that are covering for these people. You know, this is a town of 2,000 people. They all went to kindergarten together. Do you understand? I called the police and reported everything, thinking I'm helping them, when really they were just getting annoyed with me. In my heart, sincerely, I thought I was helping them. Because we've got kids coming up here to buy this. We have kids selling it. I mean, where are the parents? And so much has happened, there's no way I can document it all. Okay? There's just no way. But I will tell you this. The first 2 years I would call, and then within 3 days their pattern would change. So I would call back, and then their pattern would change. Every single time I called and told them information. So after 2 years of that, I pulled something my dad would do. I pulled let's call the police and test them. So I called the police, and I said, and all these calls are on record. They have to have them on record up there. And I said, you know what? I'm not calling you anymore. Every time I call you, 3 days later, they change their pattern. So somebody's telling them something, and I haven't told anybody what I'm telling you but you. You and the lady dispatcher. And by the way, while we're talking about the police department, the lady dispatcher rocks. Okay? She hates this. You know, I said to her, you know, I adopted 3 boys from bad homes, had 2 girls, had 10 kids in my house without any kind of government funding, okay? It wasn't foster care, it was word of mouth. And then I would go and I would counsel the parents and counsel the kids. 5 of them ended up going back home. But 3 couldn't because there wasn't any way to win that situation. I have done the best I can between that and over 40 years of animal rescue. And I held down anywhere from 2 to 4 part-time jobs and a full-time job. Single mom. And I am not spouting my own horn. But I tell this to that lady dispatcher, and I said, you know, that's what I did. These people can't get one legitimate job. That was early on. And she agreed with me completely. I hate drama. I don't want to be around it. These people, it's like they thrive off of it. They love chaos. They love fighting. They love it when there's an all punch out, you know, drag out thing in the front yard. This is entertainment to them. Well, it's not to me. This is not where I came from, and I don't want to be around it. I just want to live in peace. But that's not what's happening. So every time I would call the police, they would end up, someone would say, Melody Brown called and said they're doing this. Well, then somebody from up there's either telling someone else that's telling them, or one of the policemen are telling them what I'm saying. So they hate my guts next door, which has put my life in danger. So trying to help the police out has caused me to have my life threatened on several. Okay? We're like up to 10 times now I've been threatened, including today. So I don't know what to do. I called somebody higher up than Boonville. I made several phone calls. Nothing of it. Nothing happened. I don't understand. All these people that are supposed to be in different agencies that are government, that are supposed to protect children, where are they? Where are they? This is heartbreaking. I'm not even complaining right now about my life being threatened. The most heartbreaking thing about this whole thing is this is what these children are being taught is normal. Well, the customers come up, get addicted, their teeth fall out, they barely eat anything, so they get real skinny, and they never meet their potential. So they're running the people. I mean, do I have to explain this any further? I don't think so. I need advice. I don't know what to do. And I'm bracing because, I mean, I've already made my peace. You know what I mean?